That's like my fifth win tonight. Welcome to Books We've Never Read.
Except for those we have.
I'm Jason.
I'm Nicole, and this is your Syllabus episode for Anansi Boys or Anansi Boys. And you might prefer to call it Anansi Boys, considering that the main character is Mr. Nancy. This is by Neil Gaiman. It can be Anansi or Anansi.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay. I've never heard it. I've only ever heard it
Anansi. Yeah, but yeah, there's some wordplay in the book, and so it kind of reveals a different pronunciation. Okay. So this is by Neil Gaiman. If you've never read anything by him before, gosh, I highly recommend it. We've talked about it a couple of times on the show. I love Neil Gaiman. He's just a great storyteller. All different kinds of stories, retellings of mythology, and just even stuff nothing like that at all. I mean, he's just super talented. Mm-hmm. If you're here, hi. Honored to be in your presence, sir.
I will eat a hat, a literal hat,
giraffes will choke on that.
Air. That's fair.
Reference to West with Giraffes, which is playlisted for you if you're interested.
Go check it out. It's powerful.
Oh, it's good stuff.
Okay. So,
anyways, back to Neil Gaiman and Anansi Boys.
American Gods was great. Ocean at the End of the Lane was a book he wrote that was very good. And then that's it. That's all I've ever read, even though Nicole's read a lot of other stuff. He's a great author. And if you love like fantasy and like in my opinion, he's more magical realism, even though he doesn't meet like the demographic requirements of being in that genre. It's the closest thing to that. And so Anansi Boys, to my understanding, has a very similar vibe to some of the things that are in American Gods and in a lot of his other works.
It takes place in America. Yeah,
and I think Anansi shows up in American Gods, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to go double check that, but I think he did. Or he made a cameo or something.
Yes, there was a piece in there, or a story that was told.
Gotcha.
But I don't think it was like in the action, because it was like on a boat or something.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yes. I do remember that. Anyways, so don't worry if you think that this is like a part of a series or whatever. It's related to American Gods, but you do not have to have read American Gods. And in fact, he wrote Anansi Boys first.
That's true.
And so you're just fine if you haven't read American Gods and if you don't know anything about it. His stories hold up on, I mean, I hate to hype it up so much, but they hold up on their own even if you don't have any experience with it.
American Gods might be one of my favorite novels. It might have got booted out by West with Giraffes recently, but
God, really?
It's really good.
Wow. American Gods was not my favorite that he's written, but but it was very good. So about this book, just to break it up into 3 weeks like we do, we'll start with chapters 1 through 5. That episode will air on January 15th. Chapters 6 through 10 will air on January 22nd, and chapters 11 through the end will air on January 29th.
So start reading today.
Yes.
We made our announcement video last week so that you had chances to go get your book if you needed it. But we are going to start reading. And
this one should be pretty easily available through your library system, and otherwise. If your library uses Hoopla, they probably have a copy, which means that it can be checked out as many times by as many people as could want it.
Cool.
Yeah, so very available.
Right.
Let's get started, and we'll see you next week for chapters 1 through 5 of Anansi Boys.
I just don't like it.
Anansi Boys by Neil Gaiman.
See you next time.
Bye.